Hi, Embracing Only podcast family. This is Archita. We are introducing impact moments, actionable insights that highlight the best and powerful learning moments and wisdom from our past episodes of incredible guests. In this highlight reel, you'll hear leadership lessons from a combat veteran, taking action to be anti-racist, mastering workplace negotiations, leveraging your uniqueness for success. We'll take a topic and break it down in a short, snappy episode. So click on the link in the show notes to continue listening to these impact moments with our amazing guests.
The reasons why you chose to be an entrepreneur. It was, self-expression and freedom.
Yeah, it's. I think that self-expression is one of the core pillars of being an entrepreneur. To believe in the vision and to express it, to believe in your vision and to be able to express it. And freedom, the freedom of choice. We all have that freedom of choice. But as an entrepreneur, you're constantly choosing and you have to consciously, today I'm waking up, what am I going to do? You have the option and the freedom of saying, oh, I'm just going to lie in bed, or I'm going to go get up and create this today, or transform this today. Then that choice is also expression of self.
Do you see your expression of self having evolved as you've transitioned from jewelry, fashion, focus to the focus on Alma, harnessing the energy in nature to help heal our bodies?
My expression of self has become so much more clear. When I was doing the jewelry, I always had an intuition to do something beyond just myself. And I think also the freedom of following your intuition is key to an entrepreneur. As a jewelry designer, my path was, okay, I'm going to Paris to Fashion Week 4 times a year. I'm going to Milan twice a year, and I'm going to sell this amount. But it was nothing beyond that. And I've always felt to create something beyond a group of people or for trends.
You told me recently that you never graduated college. How did that come about, and how did that lead you to two successful businesses?
Yeah, so I was in uni and I was extremely bored. I changed universities twice, and I just didn't feel I was like inspired or driven by anything I was hearing in university. So by chance, I started like a little fashion line. Yeah, I started a little fashion line and I got a few orders, and it just followed like this little path that I was on. And then I just dropped out of uni because I was very busy with Amaya, like going to meetings, and it was just very exciting because you're creating a brand, you're selling to shops, and otherwise you're sitting in this like gray room staring at a blackboard. There was no inspiration, there was no light, there was no nature. Like, I don't want to sound like a dreamer, but just wasn't inspired. And I guess I was lucky enough to sudden support selling, and also my parents, not super casual, but also not like super strict about it. They were like, okay, it's your journey. And yeah, and I love self-study. I do a lot of self-studying. So I've studied philosophy, history of art. I'm constantly studying something new. Right now I'm studying quantum, and then I'm reading a book on the meridian points, and then another one on plants, like healing with plants. So there's a lot in self-study, and also in exchanging with people that are actually in that field. You learn so much more.
Have you come up against any bias because of the fact that you didn't graduate from university at any point in time, or has that worked to your advantage as you've kind of grown and developed your brands?
I don't think I've ever had like any type of negative feedback. I think actually, personally, it's made me much more flexible compared to a lot of my friends and family who have graduated from university, I think you come out and you're very good at theory, and like you have an image of how life should work out and which path to follow. Whereas without this university degree, I was able to really explore and follow my inner compass. And I've also made plenty of mistakes. I've made them very happily.
That made me smile. You've made mistakes happily. That's a really great outlook, Priyanka. You've been really fortunate to have this emotional and financial support of your family. In your words, how have they contributed to your success? And if you didn't have their support, would things have had looked differently?
Yeah, definitely. I think a support system is so important. Yeah, first of all, I wouldn't have been so relaxed about making mistakes. Yeah, and I wouldn't have had the freedom of taking risks. I think I would have had to be much more careful, and perhaps like I would have had a lot more anxiety about the choices I'm making and where I'm going. It can be very scary. Yeah, this support has been essential because it's also supported my my confidence, right, in my vision and in what I'm trying to create. So I'm very, very thankful for that. And also, like, my mother is like very, very supportive, but my father is very, very critical. So it creates a happy balance.
Where do you draw on for your inspiration?
I think it's two things. One is like this deeper calling to really create something, to create a consciousness shift. This is something I've had for a long time. It's a deep conviction, and I'm reminded of it every day through my own health and through the health of people around me. So I think, yeah, health, my own health and the health of other people, that is a constant reminder and inspires me to work harder and harder every day on this. And the second one is, I think, nature. Nature is everything. We come from nature. We are not separate from nature. We are nature. And when you're in it, like when I'm in a forest or I'm by the sea or on a like standing on a mountaintop, I just feel like, wow. And I feel so much closer to my soul, to my natural state. And without it, life wouldn't be life. It wouldn't have this beauty. And the third one would be wisdom. I have this deep fascination to learn and discover and absorb all this beautiful ancient wisdom that we have on this earth. And that just inspires me further.
Kind of curious as I listen to a lot of things you've shared. I mean, what is your favorite quote?
My favorite quote was funny. When I was coming back to Peru, I was walking with a shaman on Machu Picchu. He told me, don't quote others, quote yourself. And from that onward, I stopped like quoting other people. Yeah, and it goes back to self-expression.